There was occasion when a lady was received at Anscott. I could be a Roundhead colonel strolling in. Ah, I have come to see the High Sheriff of the county. Is he at home?
Sir Martin is in the steward's room. He wishes not to be disturbed. I am not a servant in this house.
All my worldly goods I thee endow.
Not I, but the king, madam. 'Tis he will receive your treasures. You will be recompensed when the war is over.
When the war is over. And when will that be? And who shall be the victor? The enemy has already left his mark on you, my valiant knight.
I am still breathing.
Oh, I can see you are.
Is your house defended, madam?
Against pillage and rape? Well, you already have my possessions. And as for rough handling of the other kind, I hardly think I would merit a glance these days.
Oh, I beg you not to underestimate yourself. I see before me a lady of ageless quality and charm.
I would that you had paid me the compliment sooner, Martin. We might now have but one house to defend.
What mean you by this?
I have brought refreshment.
I left instructions that no one should enter this room. Leave. Leave now, this instant.
Who is that woman?
Her name is Prothero, niece to my dear late wife. She lives here under our protection.
Ah, she is a pretty creature. And a comfort to you, I'm sure.
Comfort?
Is that not her function? It has always saddened me, dear Martin, that a man as vigorous as yourself should have been forced by tragic circumstance to lead a solitary life.
Solitary? Far from it. I am surrounded by women who take care of my needs.
Ah, if that is the case, then I am no longer saddened.
Your receipt, my lady.
Thank you, Cropper.
You will excuse my discourtesy, madam. My steward and I have much business.
I make no issue of it, Martin. But my eye cannot help but alight upon the Anscott silver, not yet bundled up and itemized. Is the sheriff excused?
I assure you he is not. Plate from all the county families will be dispatched to the king at Oxford with the greatest speed and secrecy. We were only awaiting your generous contribution.
Then I shall delay you no longer. Spare a thought for me from time to time.
Idle shrew of a woman.
Stephen, show Lady Welton to her carriage.
Cropper, what was that Prothero woman doing here? We may as lief announce it to the whole world. Fetch me Will Saltmarsh. The silver goes tonight.
Yes, Sir Martin.
Does the king wish for my hairbrush?
Everything, sweetheart.
And all my treasures?
Every one of them.
Ah, me.
Careful.
Why such secrecy? It shall soon be plain to all the silver's gone.
It's not our part to argue, child. The less we know of anything in this household, the better.
Where's my father?
He's in the wine cellar. Mr. Cropper. They're making inventory.
Again? Well, they have spent hours in there lately. And Mr. Cropper always emerges squinting and dusty. Or have they grown bibulous together?
Oh, for shame.
I'll take the plunder to them. You rest a while. You're looking weary, dear good wife. And I'll make sure I'm not followed.
This dish was a wedding gift. Now it must feed an army.
Are there not some items we could lay aside, conceal?
For a pack of Roundhead dogs to sniff out and snaffle. Others may have done it, but the sheriff must set an example. Your chain of office, Cropper.
Oh, dear, no, not this. I beg you, sir. This my father bequeathed me with his dying breath. in continuing service of croppers to the Laces, which stretches now over 3 generations.
Well, since you have as yet no issue, you may have to relinquish it anyway. Into the bag with it. And what better service can there be for a man but that he should serve his sovereign? Quick, conceal the entrance. Who is it?
Father, it's Lucinda. I bought my trinkets. Please let me enter.
A moment, child. How did you know where to find us?
Poor exhausted Margaret told me, who's performing the work of 6 in the absence of the menfolk in the house. Dusty you look, Mr. Cropper. What is this? Have I stumbled on a secret? You can trust me.
There is no secret beyond the need for Mr. Cropper and myself to find a place to work in this house without prying eyes. Thank you for these, child. I ask you now to leave us.
Who shall remove it all to Oxford?
Will Saltmarsh must return tonight. He has agreed to deliver it.
Alone?
Even as you interrupt us, child, Cropper and I were on the point of choosing one other to accompany him.
Then let it be me.
What?
There is no other man you can spare. Let it be me, Father.
Lame as I am, I'd as soon go myself.
You cannot, and Cropper cannot. You need him here.
Hugh Brandon, sir?
Hugh? Oh, I have twice his strength and spirit. I'll dress in his clothes, as a young cavalier.
The highways are full of danger.
Then we shall avoid them. Find a way through the woods and hedgerows. Is Tom still at Oxford?
Believed to be.
Then I have a double mission. To convey the silver, and to urge him to do his duty and return to defend his home. Does he not shamefully neglect us?
I cannot let you go. It's unthinkable.
Because I am a girl. I am also a Lacey, Father.
If she should fail...
Talk not of failure, Mr. Cropper. It is not a Lacey word as I have been given to understand. Is that a map you have? Then we need to chart our way. Pat? There. Would I not fool my own father?
You would not fool me, mistress.
Wherefore? I look more like a boy than you do. Shall we box?
Leave me alone. Now, they're my clothes. You'll put them out of shape. Give them back.
In a day or two. I need them to tease a lover. Well, you can borrow mine if you wish.
I would rather hang myself than dress in girlish garb.
Lucinda! What game is this?
A merry game of hide-and-seek, cousin. Will you not join the fun?
With a young cavalier. If you were really as you seemed, I might feel tempted.
Oh, how immodest.
Why'd you dress up? For simple hide-and-seek?
I had an argument with Hugh. He boasted that he was taller and fuller in body than I. To prove him wrong, I borrowed his clothes. And I can tell him now that they are a perfect fit. Hugh, where are you going?
Back to my master. To manly duties.
Poor boy, he's sensitive. You should not tease him so. Come, let me help you change.
I thank you, cousin, no.
But it's nearly supper.
I'm not eating tonight. Pray, leave me now.
You must build your strength if you're to take the field as a cavalier.
I'm not hungry. Pray, leave me now.
As you wish.
Oh, forgive me for calling on you at this late hour, sir, but I am much disturbed by rumours in the village that a Roundhead troop is even now headed this way.
Such rumours have been rife for months, Vicar.
Indeed, but there is strong talk of pillaging the churches. Our ornaments and vestments, if they were to fall into the hands of the godless.
Puritans, godless. Do they not march against us with God as their commander-in-chief?
Sir Martin, I have one elderly sexton and a boy. They can hardly be expected to repulse the muskets and cannon of a hostile force. As the church has given spiritual protection to the castle for generations, I am here to beg you, nay, to demand some protection in return.
Demand?
Standing as it does on the lower slopes beneath the castle walls...
I know where it stands, Butterworth. I have eyes.
Then you know what coign of vantage it would hold for an enemy.
Are you a fighting man, Vicar?
I am a man of peace, sir.
No Puritan officer worth his salt would occupy your church. We'd blast him to eternity from the ramparts.
Blast the church?
If needs must.
That is dangerous heresy, sir.
Oh, I think we might be forgiven by the household gods. As for your demand for protection, well, I have a stable lad with a stick to lend. Oh, God in heaven, man, what think you we have here? A trained garrison? We have but a blind faith, a surfeit of women, and one depleted man to guard us. I suggest, sir, that as our spiritual champion, as our good shepherd, you don't come burbling to me, but you gather up your flock, go down to the church, and pray for divine protection.
Now, at this hour?
We must be ever vigilant, Mr. Butterworth. Hugh can lead you in a rousing chorus that'll put the fear of God into any Puritan skulking in the graveyard.
Sir Martin.
Yeah, what is it, Cropper?
The church, Sir Martin.
What about the church?
Well, it is a little late and inconvenient and even dangerous for the household to make their way down to the church at this time of night.
Indeed, I do agree with Mr. Cropper, sir.
What say you? Dangerous?
For the ladies, Sir Martin.
Ah, yes. Take your point. Well, let the service be conducted here, for God's sake, in the Great Hall, eh, Mr. Butterworth?
As you wish it, sir.
I'm afraid you'll have to excuse my presence. This leg of mine, confound it, plagues me. Cropper will attend to your needs. Beyond here lies a priest's hole from the days of King John. It is known only to the head of the household and his steward. A passage leads directly from it to the crypt beneath the church. Cropper has cleared the rubble.
Which accounts for his dustiness.
Aye, it's a cunning place for a priest's escape. Search parties are diverted by the plunder and hopefully rendered insensible to their duties, as might the priest himself. But we delay. We must take advantage of Butterworth's presence in the house. Will, are the horses in position?
Aye, sir.
Rations, provender?
Enough for 3 days' journey, sir, hidden in the bushes just beyond the church.
I cannot lift the bags.
With respect, mistress, a man's job.
Obey Will in all things.
Am I not officer rank in this adventure?
My child, I beg you not to speak lightly on this matter. I am concerned for carelessness now. Lie low in daylight,
Farewell, dear father. You always wished for a second son. Now you have one.
Give her the lanthorn, mistress. We're wasting time.
Godspeed your journey. And pray God my judgment has not failed me.
I shall be deaf to all your blasphemies, Will.
Grateful, mistress. You might otherwise have caught an earful. Here, take this.
You need not call me mistress.
Sir, then?
Call me Luke.
Very well. Lead on, Luke. Not another word. I answered your father for your safekeeping. By Hecate, we're in hell.
I doubt not some of them are indeed in hell, but we are in the crypt.
Sir Thomas Lacey.
Come, take my hand if you're frightened. I know the way.
My hands are full of silver, mistress. Luke, lead on. Right, Luke. Fetch the provender. It's in the bush.
Has he taken leave of his senses?
There was no other choice.
I could name you half a dozen men still at work on the land.
They could not be considered. There had to be absolute secrecy.
Secrecy? With both of you scuttling about like footpads with your plunder, the whole house knows.
But how? We took the most stringent precautions. How can they know? Unless your tongue was loosened.
I'll keep my tongue for Sir Martin when the time is right. That he could sacrifice a daughter so. And how could you stand by? You've known her from a babe. She's still a babe.
Don't chide me, woman. I spoke against the plan most vehemently. But truth is, she overwhelmed us, the little babe, both with her argument and purpose.
Oh, for shame, the pair of you.
These are desperate times, calling for desperate measures.
Where's your chain of office, Mr. Cropper?
It's gone, in the bag. My personal sacrifice.
Poor man. Well, you're naked without it. The Roundheads could not have reduced you more.
We must keep our heads, support each other. Only you and I, good wife, can hold this house together.
Has it not always been so?
Not yet in bed, Uncle. I've brought you a drink.
Oh. Thank you, niece.
It's a chilly night. Shall I fetch a blanket for your shoulders?
No, the drink and the fire suffice. Thank you.
What is your book? I should be pleased to read aloud to you.
It is merely to pass the time. Go to bed, child.
Dear Uncle, what is the reason for your wakefulness? Will you not share it with me? I too cannot sleep.
You're a dear, good soul, but my thoughts needs must remain my own.
Do they by chance concern Lucinda?
Why say you that?
Why, no special reason. But I had cause to enter her chamber earlier and found her in a strange, excitable mood. And when I looked in just now, out of concern, her bed was empty. Hugh Brandon says that...
Hugh says what?
That she's gone to tease a lover, which I do not believe. A lover? At her age, in the village? It's impossible.
No more questions.
But as her father...
As her father, I am indebted to you for bringing me the information.
And I am indebted to you, Uncle, for harboring me. I am so grateful that I would willingly perform any task or mission that you may have to ask of others frailer.
What?
And spare you anguish. I mean not to probe into the secrets of this house, which rightly do not concern me. I ask only that you trust me and let me repay my gratitude.
About Lucinda, does the whole house know?
It was noted that she did not attend Mr. Butterworth's service. Margaret and I put word out that she had a sickness.
It's more like England has the sickness.
We are all suffering in these treacherous and lonely times.
Roundheads.
Are you sure?
We'll soon find out. I'll make a diversion, draw him off. Then you ride hell for leather.
If one should stay behind.
Shoot him.
In the leg?
Aye, in the leg. If you want to get shot through the heart.
But I'm not practiced.
God will protect you.
How shall you cross?
God also protects the drunkard.
Move and I'll dispatch you to heaven, me cherub. cargo's this? Silver. For the king?
Have you no remorse?
None. He was an enemy. Mount, be ready. Move.
God save King Charles! A pox on Parliament! Stand, villain! On a fire! Boot and saddle we ride by night, under the light of the silvery... After him! On this way, you rat-bride!
Will.
Roundheads, fast, away!
Okay!
What's your business? Be it for king or parliament?
Does England have a king?
The King of Oxford.
An academic kingdom? And what's your business?
Is it your business, boy, to ask our business?
Maybe. You know not who I am.
A saucy young powder monkey.
Who may be son to your commander, Lord Essex.
Didn't know he had a boy.
There's much you do not know. And what is your name and troop, and where are you bound?
My name is Herbert Welling. Corporal to the troop of Sir John Sanders. Bound for Swinford.
Your frankness, Corporal, has spared you a likely hanging. Good day.
Not so fast, my young shaver.
He's no more son to Essex than I am, Herbert. See how he's dressed. And out alone, where any swaggering son of Satan can pick on him. He's one of theirs. Let's take him.
Touch me and I'll have you both hanged, you uncouth blackguards. I'm on my way to see my sister's husband, Mr. John Fletcher, Member of Parliament for Swinford. And I'll thank you to escort me through this forest full of brigands.
Yeah, could be some reward for us if he speaks the truth.
Yeah, and some reward if he don't. Come with us, young master.
is this?
But don't you recognize your own sister?
Lucinda.
2 of Sir John Saunders' men came by her, riding alone by the river.
I can speak for myself, John.
But why in these clothes?
It's safer to travel as I am.
She was on her way to visit us, she told them.
On my way to visit Tom at Oxford, my true story. But I used your name to prevent rough treatment in their vile hands. Now may I continue on my journey?
Wait! You look bedraggled. We can offer you food and rest and a change of clothing, I think. Come. You were traveling alone? Did Father send you?
I was accompanied part of the way by Will Saltmarsh, but I lost him. The countryside is full of Puritans.
I find it incredible that you should have attempted such folly. Your mission must indeed be pressing.
Can you not guess at it?
I have my suspicions. No. Oh, it is impossible. Father would never entrust the silver to you.
No, Master Saltmarsh might have it.
Shall you then send a troop to hunt him down? Your brother's own servant, who may have saved his life on several occasions. I cannot fathom what you have become, sister. To turn against us. And Tom, would you have him killed too?
Tom takes his chance in the field.
While you stay closeted in the study, Master Lawyer, waging an academic war. Or have you not been out and seen the bodies?
Lucinda!
If the time comes for me to fight, you will not find me wanting in my duty. But at this present moment, some of us are needed to seek out any means we can to end this grisly conflict.
Oh, bravely spoken.
Lucinda! If you have merely come to snipe at us, you shall leave my house at once and the devil take you. No one wants this war, but the king provoked it. He dealt the first blows, and what else could we do but defend ourselves?
Defend yourself?
Yes.
When at any moment your army may attack Arnscote and lay it to waste and blot out all our happy days. I ask you to guess at my mission. And all you speak of is silver. What importance is silver? I am going to plead with our busy, forgetful brother to bring a troop to father. Now will you let me go?
I shall not. I shall send you home.
Then you will have to trust me like a chicken to market. Break my wings and my legs before I go.
We must honor her wishes.
No.
We cannot act outside the law. The child wishes to see her brother. There is no law to prevent her. No army can bar her way. This is England. I, too, would like to see Tom, and so would you, no doubt.
Indeed, a joyous occasion.
I shall convey your fondest love, sweet sister.
Lucinda, I am, even now, on my way to visit relatives of the late John Hampden, who was recently slain in battle. He was an unblinkered patriot. It is his star that I follow. I can escort you safely to an inn, the nearest point to Oxford that I dare reasonably venture. There, I shall send word to Tom to have you collected. Now, will you accept my offer?
Would you give the order to fire an Arnscote, John?
That is not within my power.
But if it were? If it meant the difference between victory and defeat?
I see it not in such vivid colours. This war has no victor.
So, the question ducked. I have no doubts as to my sister's answer.
You wretched child. Are you so certain God is on your side?
Are you so certain he's on yours?
Enough. I will not listen to more of this. Come, Lucinda. We leave now.
Now, explain.
The silver's safe.
My sister, where is she?
I lost her.
You lost her?
I had no choice, Master. 2 Roundhead troopers seized her near Swinford. Short of giving up the silver...
Devil take the silver!
Master, I saved her skin twice. Roe was an ill-thought venture. But I won't take the blame for it, hanged if I will.
Insolent now, Will.
I done my best. If you're not satisfied, then dismiss me from your service. I'll take my leave now.
Wait, you villain! I'll say when you leave. Now, did you hear what passed between these troopers and my sister? Did they detect her disguise?
What I heard before I ran away. Like the coward I am.
Damn you! You take that tone with me and I'll have you whipped.
She were having no trouble with them. Well, she could talk her out of a plum pudding, your sister, sir.
That I doubt not. But they have her. Near Swinford, you say?
Aye.
Oh, may God be merciful.
I ask your pardon, sir. I did all I could as God's my witness.
Aye. But has my father lost all reason to send his daughter on a soldier's mission?
Well, with all respect to your father, sir, Mistress has the cheek and bravery of a young cavalier. There were little else he could do.
Are things so bad at Anscombe?
Oh, Roundheads could walk in any time they choose, master.
And... she's safe. At an inn 5 miles from here.
I'll ride with you.
No. You stay and rest. I need you for battle tomorrow.
Is it dangerous for you here?
No, the tapster is a friend. But we'd best stay out of sight until Tom or one of his troop arrives for you. Come.
John, I'm grateful.
There's nothing. Family duty.
I'm so glad there's still a place for family loyalty.
Are you? And perhaps you'll remember it when you next address your sister.
It wasn't me.
It was the pair of you, both equally to blame.
Well, what do you expect?
I've more pressing matters on my mind than girlish squabbles. I've just heard Waller has been defeated on the Downs above Devizes. It's almost inconceivable. Reports are confused. And the Queen has arrived in Oxford with 3,000 infantry.
Wait here.
Tapster, this inn is a nest of rebels, so I hear, and I intend to search the place thoroughly. Corporal, bring that man here.
The King's men. You are not safe here.
No. I'm a prized head. You would not have me taken?
Wherefore? You think I would betray you? I place family loyalty beyond this war. I do not understand. Can you not escape by the window?
I think it more prudent to remain under your protection than be caught in undignified flight.
What hornet's nest is this, eh, Tapster?
Release him. I'll answer all your questions.
And your name and business, sir?
My name is John Fletcher. I'm a lawyer by profession and a member of Parliament for Swinford.
Member of Parliament, eh? This day grows more triumphant by the minute. Parliament, sir. The King's Parliament resides at Oxford. I do not recollect your presence there. And by your dress and manner, I take you for a foul, canting scum of a rebel. Seize him, Sergeant.
Manhandle him and you'll smart for it, you bully!
These words? From a bumptious young boy whose chin has not a wisp of fluff on it? Would you have me shave you, younker?
The younker you address is your own Captain Lacey's brother, Luke. Is he downstairs? I wish to speak to him at once. I am married to his sister. The boy here is on your side.
Tom Lacey's brother?
And what is your name? That I may remind my brother and Prince Rupert of your conduct here today.
I'm an officer of Lord Digby's troop. Captain Lacey is not here. I am in charge, and I will answer for my conduct without threat from a young whippersnapper whom I find in suspicious company. Sergeant, make polite inquiry of the lawyer what he knows of the rebels' positions, and anything else he may vouchsafe. We have made a catch the King and Prince Rupert shall rightly praise us for. Come. Come, boy. Let's see if you have the talent of your brother to drain a tankard in one gulp. On to the last drop. Passable effort. What of your swordsmanship? Lieutenant Colby here is a nimble teacher. Oh, he learnt in the school of Signor Caricali. Draw, Luke Lacey. Draw!
Good measure. Nimble, too.
Ah, the universal. Good.
But my point, I think.
Cut him, young cur! Extras thrust!
Mock me, would you, boy?
Easy, Colby! Hold me! Hold me, easy, man!
Oh, what is this madness? Hold!
No. That's but sport, Tom. Young Luke here was showing us his skills. He has a lightness of foot, but he's yet a trifle green and untutored in the finer arts.
Fletcher brought me here.
Aye, so ran the
They
message.
have him upstairs. They're torturing him. You must free him and chastise that brute.
Sergeant, stay here with my brother.
Stand aside! At once, damn you!
Bring water, sponge, and some strong wine.
Now!
I've seen the ugly face of war, where decency, a man's rights and law are blown to the winds.
No war is clean, my friend.
Who were those savages? Were they Englishmen? God in heaven forbid.
John, the fox, caught in the trap. Whichever side, he's fair game.
He risked everything to bring me to you.
No, I misjudged the war. Tide has turned against us, I've heard. In the West, devises. Waller has lost devices.
Aye, on Roundway Hill. Hopton stormed the Downs, supported by Prince Maurice with a troop-ridden Hart from Oxford. Together we routed your commander.
And truly, the hand of our God has turned against us.
This man is your brother, Tom. In truth.
Aye, Harry. Have you no divisions in your family? Should you be waylaid by the king's men, this letter will give you safe conduct. I ask you to destroy it on your return home. What message to your sister? One of good cheer, good health, of unforgotten love, and apologies for your mistreatment. She thinks of you daily in her prayers, and I her. The love of twins endures through all life's contradictions. Farewell, John. Farewell.
Goodbye, John. Thank you.
Farewell. He's braver than I thought. We learn nothing. Now we must repair to Oxford.
Tom, because of John, I haven't been able to tell you. Father sent Will and I to convey the silver. When we were parted, I knew not his fate. Are you listening? He may be dead and the silver taken.
The silver is safe delivered to the mint, and Will has been chastised for losing you. Come on. Come on. I hear the Queen was most brave, sir, in the shipwreck off the Yorkshire coast.
Brave as a lioness, Tom. A Queen of England has never drowned yet, she cried. The thought consoled her. After she landed, she hid in a ditch. Ditch? Sent back to the ship for her lapdog. Her She-Majesty Generalissima, she has named herself. But, what of this other gallant lady? Your sister, Tom. I've been hearing of her adventures.
It does seem that she conducted herself with a certain wit and nerve, sir.
And where is she now?
Oh, being tubbed and scrubbed and decked out into something more presentable by a lady of the Queen's chamber, sir.
I shall arrange she has audience with the king this very evening. Her exploits will gladden his countenance.
That is most gracious of you, sir. A proud moment for the Lacys. It will gladden my father's heart. My lady.
Your Highness.
By all that's sacred. Is this our young cavalier who was mistaken for a boy? What one-eyed cyclops could have judged her so? By heaven, she'll see the king at once. Wait here.
The king. It's here.
He's just beyond that door. Fear nothing.
But am I to have audience? What am I to say?
Fear nothing.
Will you accompany me?
I have not been thus honored. Be your natural self, and remember the formal courtesies.
Formal courtesies?
The king will see you now, Mistress Lacey.
It's my young sister.
Mistress Lucinda Lacey, sir. A gallant soldier for the cause.
Your most faithful and obedient servant, sir.
My nephew has told me something of your perilous journey and the silver you bring. If we had more of your spirit and devotion, this conflict would soon be over. In gratitude for special service in the field, I give you this. Rise, child. You are the first young lady I have honored thus, Mistress Lacey. You are the younger daughter of Sir Martin Lacey of Arnscote Castle.
I am, Your Majesty.
I hold your father in much esteem. He fought most gallantly at Edge Hill. I pray he is recovered from his wounds.
He is in good spirits, Your Majesty, but in some pain still, though he makes light of it, and pledges continued service.
I am sorry to hear of his discomfort, but am pleased to know that Arnscote is yet spared the war.
It comes very close. There is much concern.
But the castle has strong walls, I am informed.
Strong walls, but without men and cannon to defend them.
Men and cannon are everywhere in short supply, alas, and are needed to fight in the field. It is resilience of the spirit. such as you have shown, Mistress Lacey, that we are forced to rely upon.
But I fear that is insufficient against an armed force, Your Majesty.
God is our armorer.
Our enemies believe the same.
Your father's troop fight bravely.
But in the northeast, sir, on Your Majesty's service, the men are all away. If they might be recalled, or if my brother, Captain Thomas Lacey, and a small troop might be spared from Oxford.
We have no troops to spare from Oxford. Does news of this war not travel to Arnscote? It is beyond our means to defend every rural house, much as we would wish to do so.
But Arnscote is on a direct route.
Compliments to your father, Mistress Lacey.
God save the king. Your Majesty.
My God, Lucinda, that's no way to leave the king's presence. You came out the wrong way.
How wrong?
You turned your back on the king.
And forgot to curtsy.
You forgot?
It may yet cost us the war.
I'm sorry if I disgraced you, Tom. I was angry.
Angry? With His Majesty? But he's given you a medal.
It will be much treasured, and shall never leave my breast. And was well earned. I was angry with everything I see here at Oxford. I bought the silver with will, at risk to both our lives, to make money and to feed and clothe an army. And all I see is courtiers in fine array, drinking from golden goblets.
You have caught us in a carefree moment of celebration. It is not always thus, I do assure you, sister.
It is not ever thus at your home, brother. We are stripping ourselves of all our resources, leaving ourselves defenseless in a mistaken loyalty.
What? I hear John Fletcher has been your influence. I should have let him bleed.
It is not John nor Anne. It is the evidence of my own eyes and ears. Or do you forget the brawling and carousing at the inn? Are you proud of your fellow officers? Let them show real mettle and come and fight at Arnscote.
I'll hear no more of this. It's sleep for you and home tomorrow.
I trust you will send a guard with me and Will.
You'll have your guard, but Will stays here with me.
Me travel alone with your soldiers? I shall not.
Then stay here. It's of no odds to me.
I stay with father, where you should be brother. Ride with me tomorrow, I beg you.
I cannot. I ride with the prince to battle. Oh, you shall have Will, and a safe passage, and I am not unmindful of the needs at home. Little sister.
My child.
Your most humble and obedient servant, sir. The silver is delivered. And the king asked me to convey his compliments to you.